Hello scrappers and planet lovers, Tin Man here with another video. So I wanted to start a small series called Large Appliances, Small Vehicles 3-Minute Challenge. I've had a lot of viewers comment on my channel that they have often come across large appliances on garbage day, and unfortunately they've had to pass them by due to the size of their vehicles. So what I want to do in 3 minutes, I have a stove back here, show you the goodies that I can get off in 3 minutes, hopefully show you how to identify and maximize your profit given that small time allotment. Some people obviously don't have the luxury of bringing the entire thing home and scrapping the entire thing, but there are definitely in 3 minutes some goodies you can take off of here quickly if you were on the side of the road on garbage day. So I'm going to go through this stove. It is already taken apart. When I came across this on my way home from the dentist actually, it was in pieces like this. I've grabbed all the pieces, so I'm going to try and reenact it as if it was entire, show you the goodies quickly. But I also want to address another question I've had from a comment from a viewer, and their question was, what common items or tools do I bring with me when I'm going out scrapping? So I'm going to deal with that quickly first. First thing, I always bring a hammer. Hammer's a great thing to smash if there's some plastic. Some of your motors off of dishwashers, they are just clasped on with plastic, so easy to smash off, which would obviously make sure I have safety glasses if I am breaking something apart. And I definitely want to make sure I stress that I do not leave a mess if I do smash it. I will pick up the little pieces of plastic or fragments and I will clean them up. So please do not leave a mess for someone that has put this stuff out on the side of the road. I will also bring a knife or side cutters, easy to cut through hoses to get those brass ends off. Side cutters do the same thing, or wire is another one that I will use side cutters for. I always have a pair of pliers as well as vice grips. Great thing to tackle any bolts or screws. Easy to hold on to, clasp, and definitely both come in handy together. I do have side cutters on these pliers, but heavily worn, so they don't work well. But if you have a better pair, a new pair, definitely you can use these as the side cutter as well. I also will bring a hacksaw. Hacksaws are great if you have a large cord or any type of small metal piece that you need to quickly cut off to get a motor or something off quickly. I will also make sure I have a magnet. Magnets are great to identify the material. If it was non-magnetic, it could be stainless steel, aluminum, brass, copper. Some things are disguised as certain items. So if it was non-magnetic, definitely going to be worth more than tin. So I might want to spend more time on that. So a magnet for sure. I also have a ratchet and screwdriver set. If there's any screws, easy to get off. As well as an L-key security set. You can see these do have a hole inside of them. There are certain items that have security screws on them, like microwaves. They're intended to keep you out if they are harmful or dangerous. So very inexpensive set, but they have definitely come in handy. As well as a small pry bar that I have. Easy to just pry up something, use leverage to help break it off. So going to use these tools obviously for this stove. As I said, the door is taken off, so gonna do my 3-minute challenge. This stove, there's obviously different types. This one is a conventional glass top, but if you had these types with the burners, these burners would be the first thing I pull off of here. These burners, as well as your inner burner inside, are a separate category at a scrapyard, so they're easy to take off. They are definitely, if I put a magnet to them, they are non-magnetic. Some of them are magnetic, but these are not going to be put into tin. These are their own category. I can't remember offhand the price, but definitely better than tin price. So there's my burners. And I'm very quickly just going to open this door, pretending that I just opened it. I'm going to move this out of the way. And very easy. First thing, I just took out my racks. My racks, you can see with the magnet, these are magnetic, so this is tin, and currently right now these are going for 8 cents a pound in London, Ontario. Look how easy that is to store up, so it definitely does not take up a lot of space, but these are heavy. My drawers, another one, drawers often have pans and different materials or baking sheets inside of them. So just gonna pull that off. So here is a great piece. Look at this. I've got a couple of make sure baking sheets, and you definitely want to make sure you check if they are aluminum or metallic or magnetic, sorry. So this cooking rack is going to be tin. This one, look at that. This is actually cast aluminum, and I'm not fudging this. This was inside of it. So cast aluminum, going for about 55 cents a pound. Sometimes you'll find clean aluminum ones. Muffin tins are often a good one. So cast, great price, great find there. This right here is also tin, but I do want to make sure I check this door here. If I put a magnet to it and it slides off, it's going to be stainless steel. And unfortunately, you can see it does not slide off. So often you will have appliances and electronics and things that look like stainless steel, but the rule is if the magnet slides off, it is going to be worth the same as tin. If this was non-magnetic, then that stainless steel, I'm going to pry it off of here, and that would go for about 75 cents a pound, which is great. So here is another nice piece, and that took me all but nothing. Just going to turn it around now because there is a great cord here. And again, somebody did cut the cord off. This is a different cord that I have, but the first thing, the cord would definitely be down here. And I could use my saw here, but the other thing that I would do more quickly and actually just as effective, because there is always going to be a metal panel on here. And this was all that was left on here. So I would definitely be using my screwdriver set, pull off all these screws. Probably take me a minute to get the 8 screws. That's another great thing about these magnets. I will just gather up the screws with the magnet. I don't want to leave them on their grass or on the road, potentially popping tires. Screws are another thing that I put into my tin, but there's always going to be a nice sheet of tin here. Once I pull that off, there is some tin, and there is going to be a cord connected in here. These cords, you will always find these thick, beautiful cords on stoves as well as dryers. And this right here is your money maker. Look at the size of this. Look at the beautiful brass prongs. This as is would be classified at a scrapyard as 40% copper appliance wire, and is currently going for $1.07 a pound. And there's about 1.5 pounds here, 2 pounds. This is a nice thick cord. However, this cord is definitely worth scrapping, as well as removing the brass prongs. And very easy to do. I'm gonna add in my description a link to show you how to remove this brass. There's about 8 ounces of clean yellow brass here, which is currently going for about $2.50 a pound. As well, inside of this wire, you can see there is a really nice wire. This wire goes all the way through. This is gonna actually give you number 2 copper price, which is going for $3.50 a pound. So a great score there once I remove this. And the reason we call this wire here 40% is because it has one outer coating of plastic, and you can see 3 individual coated strands of wire as well. So because there is more plastic, less copper, it is 40%. Again, this is worth stripping. All I'm gonna do is run this through my stripper, take the outer coating off, and all I'll be left with are these 3 coated wires and this clean one. These 3 coated wires, as is on their own, would be upgraded to 60% appliance wire. Because there's only 1 coating of plastic on these, there is higher copper. And these right here would currently be going for $1.87 a pound. So 80 cents more for that. And I do also want to make sure I mention that some wire, in my opinion, is not worth stripping. I have done an experiment in another video, and I will add it in this description as well to show you which ones are worth it. Some people will strip everything, but again, in my opinion, sometimes you'll lose a lot of value just from the outer coating. So again, it's up to you, but I definitely will strip these as well. I will strip these individual ones and further upgrade these because they are thicker. These will become number 2 copper right here as well as this. So all of this is going to eventually be number 2 copper and give me $3.50 a pound and about 7 ounces of brass. So great score there. Now, once I get into here, again, someone did take all the wire, but there is going to be a whole bunch of wire connected from the circuit board all the way down the panel. And all I would do, that is where this would come in handy, my side cutters. I would cut as much of this off as I can. So again, here is some really nice 60% appliance wire here. It all adds up. And I definitely make sure I separate the 40% and 60% in two different bags. I use grass feed bags or feed bags. Definitely easy to add up weight. I had another video that I had 80 pounds and climbing of just appliance wire. So great score there. On the back here, there is a circuit board. There is a small motor. This motor goes right from inside. And I'm just going to quickly see, because there is copper here, I'm going to just try and take my hacksaw here very quickly, see if I can actually cut this off. We'll see. Might be a little thick, but some people will have an electric one. I'm going to try and just see if I can cut through as much as I can and then break it. There is, unfortunately, a little bit of tension here. Sometimes you can reach inside of it, but when you're on the side of the road, it's a little harder to do. So, just gonna cut through very quickly, 30 seconds. Now I'm almost through, but I'm going to see if I can just hit it off my hammer now. No. And I will definitely, like I said, it's almost off. I will spend the rest of my 30 seconds on this to get it out. Again, some people will have an electric or battery operated, hacksaw or sawzall. I could use a side cutter, I'm sure. There is also a motor here that has some good items. But I'm gonna obviously, like I said, I will work on that in a minute. I do also want to get this circuit board here. And this I'm gonna quickly get. Just taking the screws out. And I am definitely working here 32 minutes, if you will. That is definitely worth my time. Circuit boards are a great item. Okay, so here's a circuit board. This circuit board, excellent score as well. I have a couple relay boxes here. Every one of these relay boxes has a little bit of copper in it and a small little dot that has silver. I have a great transformer here that's going to be worth more, number 2 copper. As well, there's going to be a silver Mylar board in here. So any type of push button like this on microwaves, this type of thing, the board is going to have silver in it. So great circuit board there. I have a small, right here, little motor here that I'm going to pull out. Again, this is where my screwdriver is great. I'm going to just, now I have to switch my screwdriver because now it's given me other ones here. I need a very quick adjustment. See, and there's where your beautiful ratchet set, screwdriver set comes in handy. Okay, so I'm gonna cut that. Here we go. This is gonna be a small little copper bearing motor that has copper. Look at some brass on there, more tin. It also has another relay box there. On the bottom here, there are little controllers. These have little brass in it as well. And I do want to make sure I say as well, once I start removing this would often, using my pry bar, and someone already took this off for me, but if I was to put a pry bar underneath the top, this will also pull off. And the nice thing again with this, just putting a magnet to it, this is non-magnetic, but this is. And that's just because this is glass. The nice thing about this is that I could bring this entire thing in. I don't even have to break the glass out of here. I will still get tin price for this. And this probably weighs a good 10, 15 pounds here. And I'll be honest, that's about it. There's a little bit more wire here that I'm gonna get. There's some beautiful yellow brass on there, some more wire. And if I can take this burner out, sometimes you can just pull it out. There is a small screw in the back. There it is. Sometimes it will come out. There is a screw in there if I want to reach in there. But again, this burner is also going to be valued as well. But my 3 minutes are up very quickly, very easy. Take as much of that stuff you can off. And, you know, at least it is better than nothing. Some of your gas ones have a great gas pipe on there as well. That is going to have brass and a stainless steel pipe. So, again, short video. Wanted to make sure that, you know, I put this series out because, again, a lot of people do pass up on some great scrappable material. Your cord, definitely a great find. As well, easy to pull out the racks, the drawers. You never know what's in those drawers. But for hopefully you've learned something, please don't pass up these because in a scrapper's world, you get what you get. And sometimes you don't get anything. So this, at least getting some of these pieces are better than nothing. Please comment down below, like, share, subscribe. Please continue bringing those questions forward. I'll do my best to answer them. Love the scrapping community. Stay happy. Happy scrapping. Tin Man out.